is Raven Burns, and this is the second video in the series of chronicling my preparation for my first figure competition. Although I don't think I'm going to actually compete. I just want to look like I could. And it's really more of a personal challenge. But before I get into where I'm at in week 2, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Raven Burns. I own Raintree Spirit, an online e-commerce site. I sell metaphysical products and I offer online holistic health coaching. We offer tarot card reading, Reiki healing services, and more. So check us out at raintreespirit.com, and I'll leave the link to that in the show description notes. And I will also leave the links for everything I referenced during this video, because this week was a lot of learning, and so it was very exciting. So check out Raintree Spirit for metaphysical products or for some holistic health coaching. And now on to week 2. So week 2 has been, week 1 was all about assessment. So I did a lot of self-assessments and so forth. Week 2 was a bit of a continuation of that, and also actually setting the goals and setting the pace for what I'm attempting to do with my body. So what I did first was I looked up organizations, natural bodybuilding organizations, because it's going to be natural or nothing. I'm not putting any extraneous foreign things into my body. So it had to be a natural organization. So I found a list of those, and there's an awesome website that actually gives you the links to several. Some of them are international and some of them are US based. So I checked out each one. Some of them are quite small and have very few shows, and some of them seem to be much bigger and more organized. So the one I liked best was OCB. So again, I'll provide a link to that in the show notes. And of course I looked at the normal IFBB and PC stuff because I need to attend some shows before I even think about participating in one. Well, that's not true. I'm already thinking about participating in one. I just need to also see a show. So there is one coming up in March of 2019 in San Diego. So I'm gonna get on a little train and head up there, I think, and check that one out. So that was my first step, is I looked up natural bodybuilding organizations, and then I picked a hypothetical show. The whole goal of this is to be in competition shape by my next birthday, which is in August. So there is a show on August 10th, I believe, and then there's another one in November. So for the sake of this goal, the August 10th one would be the goal date. So then I just had to calculate my preparation to be ready by that time. So that was cool. So another thing was to choose bikini or figure. Which one am I going for? This is where the comedy comes in, because even though I'm in my mid-40s, I am not glamorous, nor have I ever been. I don't wear makeup. I don't even wear makeup for these videos. And I have always taken a very balanced, healthy approach to fitness and have avoided extremes at all costs. So this is going to be a fun challenge for me, but still, what kind of challenge am I looking for? So the bikini girls, that would be more attainable. I'd obviously have to drop a ton of body fat for that. But I just don't see myself as the girly girl type. I mean, even if I don't compete, if I'm going to actually achieve the goal, then I would have to practice as a bikini person if I set that as the goal. And when I look at the girls, they look so beautiful, but it's just not me. Like I said, I don't wear makeup. I definitely don't wear heels. In fact, I tried to put on some heels, and if I actually showed you that clip, it would be comedy, so that's not happening. I don't know how to walk in heels. I am not a bedazzled kind of type. But in a way, it might be cool to take that on as a challenge, just to see, just to sort of bring out other aspects of my personality. Yes, I've been au naturel my whole life, but the whole point of this is to do something different. So we'll see. I haven't quite decided, but my guess is that figure will be more, although figure you still have to wear heels. Physique, I think I'm just too small for that, so that's still a little bit up in the air. So maybe that'll get finalized in the next couple of weeks. All right, next thing I did was I made a spreadsheet of my training, and I'll try to dig that up and put that on the screen. It's basically just an Excel spreadsheet of everything that I did workout wise this past week, which shows me where I'm at in terms of volume, and then that helped me plan this current week, which we're in the middle of. So that looked pretty good. There are a couple areas I needed to add a back because I have no wingspan whatsoever, no lats. Okay, they're strong, but they ain't wide. Okay, so I needed to add that. Everything else was looking good in terms of volume, and my diet, my calories, the average was about 17 something. So for muscle building, I went ahead this week and brought those up to 1900. So I'm going to hold steady to that over the next couple weeks, I believe, and see how my body responds. If that's too much, then I can always scale it back. So we'll just have to see how my body responds. Okay, so the next thing, I told you about the practicing my posing, so we'll move right along. Yeah, so I took some before pictures of myself, and that was a little bit brave because we don't see ourselves from behind, and in a figure competition or bikini competition, the backside is highly important. Okay, so that was a revelation. So I definitely have back fat to lose. My butt was not as in bad a shape as I thought, so that was a treat. It's not stage ready by any stretch of the imagination, so that definitely needs to be worked on. And definitely it's really more a body fat issue for me. I've been very content to just be a nice, healthy, average for a woman my age's body fat, but obviously I have to step up my game if I really want to reach this goal, which I do. All right, what else did I do? Yeah, so I increased my calories. I'm tracking everything on myfitnesspal.com. You probably already know that website, but I'll provide the link as well. So you just set up your goals and your macros. My macros now are 40, 30, 30, which I really like those macros because it's just real even keel. I get to keep my fats high for now. My carbs are fairly low to moderate, and then protein is high. And I just find that I have this wonderful sense of well-being when my fats are high. And what that also does is gives me something to work with when it comes time to cut. Because with a nice healthy percentage of fat now, then I can cut from that later on. And those are calorie dense foods too. So cutting those out will really help me out. So right now it's beautiful 40, 30, 30 that's the way for me. I love it. So we're going to keep that up for the next few weeks and see how I do. So in summary, so I wanted to evaluate kind of where I am week 2. So I had some pleasant surprises and then some not so pleasant realities to deal with. So pleasant surprises are that, as I mentioned, my butt is not as in bad of a shape as I thought. My mindset is good, and that was a little bit surprising because I hadn't really thought about that, but it makes sense because I've always, like I said, embarked on a very balanced approach. So I have grown up loving bodybuilders, men and women, and I had some favorites, Rachel McClish and Corey Everson, and I used to watch American Gladiators. And by studying their workouts, I always knew that there was an on season and an off season, and the way you look on stage is not the way you walk around in daily life looking when you're not posing on stage. So what I've learned, though, is that many fitness competitors have a real issue with that. Like, they feel like they should be super lean all the time, and they really sometimes go into a depression or develop eating disorders. And I didn't know that going in, so I, don't have that to worry about because I never expected to, once I'm done with all this, to stay that lean. That's really not healthy, and that's not the goal. So that's, okay, click that off as something I don't have to worry about. And I really enjoy eating more calories. I, like most women, I think, have been a little mindful of that, and I'd never really tracked too much except, maybe for short periods of time. So tracking every day is different, but I actually enjoy eating more, and not for the reasons you think, because I'm eating, really clean. So it's not really so much about the food. It's just nice to have it all planned out and to know exactly what I'm going to be eating and when. And I do my meal prep in the morning instead of like the week prior because I work from home. So there is no reason for me to spend an entire Sunday doing meal prep. I just do it in the morning. And so I know what I'm in for that day. So that's been working out great, and I love it. So there's concerns. So money. So it's really expensive, which is why, and I think I probably mentioned that in the first video, don't think I will be competing. And the more you look into it, the more little hidden costs there are. And yeah, I don't really want to devote the funds to that and don't have the funds for that. So I don't think I'm going to be actually competing, although you never know, the goddess provides. So you never know. But so that's obviously a concern. But again, it's kind of a challenge, just to see how much you can bootstrap it. Like how little can you spend and still reach your goal. Like that's kind of exciting to challenge myself as well. So not only the physical challenge, but the actual financial challenge, I think, is pretty cool. And another concern, obviously, is just the sheer amount of body fat that I've had to lose. And this goes back to what I said about not being the glamour girl. So I have, like I said, taken a very natural, holistic approach to my health and fitness. I have extremely good numbers in terms of cholesterol and, blood pressure and all these things. And so, I eat whatever I want, even though, as I said, I'm in my mid-40s. I've never, and when I say eat whatever I want, I mean eat whatever I want. I mean French fries, steak, tortillas, what have you. There's nothing that I say no to if I want it. So, and I don't know if that's embarrassing to admit or not. It's just a reality. I've been able to maintain, basically right now, I'm a size 6. Yes, there's body fat, but it never bothered me too much. So it's like, but if you get on stage in a bikini, it's gonna bother anyone who's looking at you. So that's a reality check. And the second reality check, of course, is just that, I've just been spoiled. I, have been able to maintain a healthy and youthful appearance without a whole lot of effort. So, and I've been cruising along my life, with no makeup, no heels, and no discipline. So, because I haven't had to have any. So now with this new goal, this is really going to kick my butt in a lot of ways. And so even though I may not have the, eating disorder kind of challenges, I, kind of the opposite, where it's just been, carefree and casual. So to tap into that discipline side of myself, I think is really going to be exciting and a huge learning experience. And I expect there to be some ups and downs along the way, which I'll go ahead and share with whoever's watching. And if you are enjoying watching this progress, please like and subscribe to the channel. Please visit Raintree Spirit to check out some metaphysical products and some coaching, spiritual coaching, Reiki healing, tarot card reading, because all that stuff is important to me. And fitness is definitely a huge part of my life, but so is that. Okay, so have a beautiful and blessed day, and I'll check in with you next week. Take care. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so that you can stay current on what's going on with me. And I'd love it if you would comment below. So let's get after it together, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Peace and love.